Doing well. I'm Dr. Milind. So, INICET May 2023 results were recently out, and with the results, there are a lot of thought and there are a lot of emotions that are out there. And today, I'm going to address all those thoughts that come to your mind after the results. This is going to be a lengthy video because I will be addressing all the questions and all the doubts that come to your mind in detail. And these are not only the thoughts that are in your mind, but every person who has written the examination, and also when we wrote our exam, when we had the results. And definitely this is tough time for some, and आसान नहीं होता in emotions को handle करना, because when we see other people succeeding, when we see our dreams, like when we are not able to achieve the things that we want, it's a tough task. Sometimes there are doubts that should I go for one more try, will I be left behind, everyone else is going ahead, should I compromise with the branch, why I'm failing consistently, should I do job and study simultaneously, or am I dreaming too high to get into Central Institute, and is it something wrong with my course? So there are a lot of questions that come to the mind. So let's start today's video, and I'll just addressing one after one. तो क्या ये all like क्या thoughts आते हैं दिमाग में, when I wrote my exam, when I remember, exam usually happens on Sunday and the results are on Saturday, and that week was literally terrifying. And I used to have nightmares of silly mistakes, like whenever I'm sleeping, like out of nowhere a question will come to my mind. I'll remember suddenly recall the question from the exam, and अरे यार ये गलती मैंने कैसे की है, इतना गुस्सा आता था. I used to be so angry that it was there in the notes, and I don't know why I chose that particular answer. And because of that, I used to have these all sleepless nights, and there was a feeling of impending doom that something bad is going to happen. And definitely it was difficult to fall asleep no matter how many. I also watched a lot of, read a lot of motivational things that time. I tried talking to people, but definitely that feeling was very difficult to get away with. The thought that everyone else is moving ahead, my friends who had taken, they had a good rank in NEET, कुछ ना कुछ सीट किसी ने ले ही लिया था. And that thought that everybody else will be taking a branch, they will be starting their residency, and I will be left behind. That thought was storming in my mind. And actually I felt like, despite of having so many friends, there was actually no one I could talk to. I received few mails and few messages, and I could recall that time that I went through, that I had around 900,000 contacts in my phone. But when I came out, I had no idea whom should I call, because I thought everybody seemed so distant. Everybody seemed so far that I had no idea that whom should I talk to. Now the first question that I'm going to address today, that should I take a drop. A lot of students, they ask me, sir, I still feel especially the students who are between 500 to 2000 3000 rank, because it feels so close, it's so far, that the rank is good, but still it's difficult to get the branch that you like. First, I'll say, don't take any decision hurriedly. Don't be in a hurry. See, take a break. I'll say your mind needs to be fresh. They say don't make any promises when you're happy, and don't take any decisions when you're sad. So just you need a break. That is, whatever decision you take now, it will be under like your emotions, and that won't be a correct decision. So don't be in a hurry. Ask yourself, do you still have that fire left? When I had my NEET seat in my hand, when I wrote NEET PG, like the NEET PG happened before I still I decided to go for the Central Institute exam, because I feel that I still have that fire. So you have to ask that question to yourself. A lot of students ask, is there any guarantee for success? I mean, what if I, they say that I am ready to do all the hard work, I am ready to do everything that is required, but is there any guarantee that I'll succeed? See, there is, even if like I'm giving, so much of lectures and I'm talking to you, all of you, every day, but it's not like even I was sure of my result. It's only efforts that is in my hand, and the belief that something good is going to happen. So that is what I had in my mind, and I moved on. A lot of students ask me, sir, is there a secret plan that the people who succeed, we believe that they maybe they know something, and there is a secret formula? Trust me, there is none. I have, when I was in AIMS Delhi doing my non-academic, when I was talking to the people who were like the brightest, the brilliant mind of India, and I realized it's just a sheer hard work and discipline is something that will make you successful. Now one thing that a lot of students ask me, that because now I'm frustrated. I'm done. I have been, just studying for so much time, and I have, drained all my resources. Should I join a job? Should I join a non-academic and study simultaneously? See, first of all, I can understand that, the studying theory again and again, it's boring. You're looking for something, to take your mind away. And but trust me, that is why I'm asking you to take a break. See, doing a job is a double-edged sword. First, it will motivate you. It will, it might work in your favor when you start seeing these residents. You feel like, okay, I want to be like them, and it might work in your favor. But if you want to do a job and study, trust me, you will need to be highly disciplined. See, I am someone who cannot. If you ask me that I cannot, do the job or work and study simultaneously, it becomes difficult because my mind is full after after work, and it's very difficult to read after. You have to see, is it your strength? Because I feel, we are in the month of May. June, July, August, September, October, and November we have INICET. Hardly it's a question of 5 months. And if it's actually, I also had like a lot of students has this money issue, because like after drops, repetitive drops, even I felt like I cannot ask my parents for money. So I also joined for 1 2 months in AIMS New Delhi for a non-academic, and that actually gave me the inspiration also and the money also that I needed. So definitely you can do it for 1 2 months, but I will not recommend doing till the end. And don't be, don't be greedy, don't be get away, don't get carried away with the money that you get, and this will definitely jeopardize your preparation, and this will affect your preparation. So I will suggest that if you want to do job, take a lighter one, just a tutorship in subject like biochemistry, where you don't have to put in a lot of physical work. So when you come back, your mind is still fresh, and you can still put a lot of extra study hours. So that is something I feel about job. Should I change the source? A lot of students, they feel that maybe my source was not right, maybe the classes that I did was wrong, maybe the books I read were wrong, maybe the mentor I followed was wrong. See, there is a saying that when the flower doesn't bloom, you change. You don't change the environment. You don't try to fix the flower. You don't feel that the flower has a problem. It's the environment around it that you fix. So whenever you feel like, the source is okay, the books that you're reading is okay. See, every classes have all the same teachers. So you don't have to worry about the source, and most of the people are reading the same thing. So you don't have to worry about that part. What you fix is the surrounding, the environment. You should put in a lot of hard work, and discipline is the main thing. I always talk about motivation, but discipline is something that you need to do. So I will say, starting again with a new source will be a mistake. And don't feel, don't think that you have a lot of time. Next INI is just 5 months away, and the only source that you can revise is the same source you have been reading. So you just need to increase your revisions. So similarly, I'll address the next question. A lot of students say, sir, how should I avoid silly mistakes? So many silly mistakes I have done. See, my goal when I was not able to get successful during my preparation, my goal was to avoid the silly mistakes. And I have with the time I realized that the more I revise and more concise my source is, the better were my results, and the lesser were the silly mistakes. A lot of students, they will read the same thing from the notes, same thing from the first aid, something from the, they will watch the videos for it, then they will buy some guidebooks, they will, buy some short courses, they will buy some revision books, and they will read the same thing from multiple sources, and this actually causes a lot of confusion in the real exam. If you're reading something from notes, stick to the notes. Don't use multiple sources for the same thing. There are only two things to avoid silly mistakes. First, stick to single source. Second, multiple revisions. Increase the number of revisions. That will narrow down your silly mistakes. A lot of students say, sir, now I'm done, should I compromise for the branch? Because my dream project was something, but I know now I'm not going to get it. So should I compromise? Should I move ahead? Because I feel that everybody is going ahead, and I think I should settle down. See, again, it's a very personal choice. If you ask me, I'm a pediatrician, but it was never my first choice. My first choice was medicine, and I never thought I would be a pediatrician, because during my internship I hated this branch, and I thought, kids are very, I'm sorry for what I'm saying, but this was my emotion when I was intern. I felt it's a very irritating branch. You have to handle the kids plus their parents, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. And there are a lot of my friends who were actually passionate for the pediatrics, and pediatrics was their dream branch. There were a lot of students who took their dream branch and then left it. So actually, there is no dream branch. When you take a branch, if you are able to enjoy it, if you are able to get get good things out of it, that will be your dream branch. Because in internship you hardly get the exposure of any branches. So I feel when I started doing periodics, I started loving it. And now when I look back, I realize even if I turn the clocks back, I'll still choose the same branch over and over again. So don't feel that way. If you feel like I should take a branch and move ahead, trust me, you will excel in the field that you choose if you stay honest with your branch. you know Most of in India, branch, the marriages, the most of the marriages are arranged marriage, and most of the branch are taken after the compromise, because we have so much of the so much of competition in the field, that there are very less fortunate students who actually get the branch that they have desired, and including me, we have to compromise. So don't worry if you have to compromise, just be honest with your work. Now, should I give one more try? I'll say, ask yourself, when I wrote my exam, I thought, as I have said earlier, I thought I still had my fire, that fire left inside me. You know, when I wrote my INICET November, I think I had, done everything, and I thought that this is my best attempt, everything. And I thought I have nothing to study more. I mean, I have read everything. I don't know what's wrong. Kya karu? I had no clue. But still, I felt that maybe I can still do better than my best. And I think that is something that you can ask. You should ask yourself that, is it really worth? Is it, I wanted to go to AIMS, and that was my dream, and I was ready to sacrifice the things for it. I knew it might backfire. I might not end up getting AIMS, but I was ready to compromise it and back up it with the DNB. Like, I was ready to take a DNB branch, DNB in the same branch. So I had my backup plan, but as I said, I was fortunate that I got it. So you have to see that if you're ready to take that risk, and if you are, you will be able to achieve it. Now, why I'm consistently failing? A lot of students, they say, sir, this is my fourth drop, fifth drop, and NEET also I did not get a good rank. And why I'm consistently failing, and I'm not able to get even a good rank. I'm getting rank in thousands every day. See, the reason why you're getting like 5-digit rank or four, like above 10,000 rank, is your weakness in the basic sciences. See, if you want to become a surgeon, you don't have to read surgery. If you want to become a MD medicine, you don't have to read medicine thoroughly. If you want to become any specialist, the branches that you should actually read well are your basic sciences. That is your first and second top subject. Most of the students, I know, medicine is very interesting, surgery is very interesting, obs-gyne is interesting, but you cannot keep reading them. A lot of students find biochemistry very boring, physiology very boring, pharmacology like a headache, and they just neglect them and they keep reading medicine again and again. Trust me, the least subject I read during my preparation time was medicine. And it's not, when I say me, it's not only me. A lot of students, I had done a lot of interviews, and I have found students, they have devoted most of their time to the basic sciences. So more you study basic sciences, the better will be your results. So discipline, proper distribution of the subject, giving the basic sciences the importance that they deserve, will definitely improve your rank in the upcoming exams. And definitely I'll release the schedules and the planners in the upcoming videos that will definitely help you. Lastly, few words of wisdom. See, everyone must choose one of the two pains, either the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. I knew that it was not difficult for me. It was not difficult for the many students who, after multiple drops, decided to start again. It was forming that discipline was very painful, but definitely we endured that pain because we did not want the pain of regret. So it's up to you that which pain you want to choose. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. So we imagine a lot of scenarios. There is anxiety. What if I don't get selected in the next attempt? What if my friend will get selected? What if don't remove that imagination and start doing in the real time. Worked hard until your struggle story is converted into success story. So whatever bad ranks we got before the real, the good rank that we received, whatever we did before that was actually struggle, and multiple times we failed. Suddenly people started glorifying it because at the end it became a success story. So you have to keep working hard. You have to keep doing things until your story becomes a success story, and definitely with hard work and discipline you can do that. So guys, I'll be bringing a lot of interviews. I'll be bringing a lot of planners which will definitely help you for the planning for upcoming exam. I hope this video helps you and gives you some lead. I wish you all the best and take care.